That's why you got one president and 300 million motherfuckers that got to listen to it. Because the power of 300 million people is really more than one, right? But that one is unified, and everybody knows to move in lockstep with that one. And the 300 million all got different ideas. You know what I'm saying? They all got different what's right, what's wrong. I don't like the way that you getting down. I don't like the way that you getting down. You in my way, and that's how the power gets diluted. And I think that I think that you're touching on the right thing. Like me personally, it's I don't get I don't get offended by like the the way that other people get down because that's how you that's where it comes from. Like at a certain point in my life, I didn't feel that way. At a certain point in my life, if I'm walking down the street and I see somebody that looks like me, my first thought is that I don't know. My first thought is okay, this about to be some bullshit. You know? But that's the exact mentality that keeps you from being able to look at that same person and be like, okay, how can we link up and do something positive? You feel what I'm saying?
It's crazy the manipulation. So just thinking about it, I gotta laugh at it because you don't really know how plugged in you are until you realize when it's too late that you were really plugged in. They really be using the hell out of us. They do. They 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 are so good at what they do, right? That you'll argue with me and I ain't did nothing to you.
Yeah,
But they'll have us thinking that we are against each other when we're actually agreeing or we are actually venting about the same thing. But the way that
yeah.
they have it set up is like
But
that's
that's
why
what.
women are.
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. I'm with you. No, I'm listening. Yeah,
I was just I was just gonna say that's why when women, they stick up for each other and oh she's a nine. Oh, I'm a nine. You're a nine too. If you're yeah, you're this and it. Or they don't want to hold each other accountable for the things that they're putting on the big screen, or they don't want to take accountable for how they raise their children, or they treat their men or disrespect black men. They all band together and kind of defend each other instead of saying, "Hey, nah, this ain't right. We need to do better."
well,
You'll actually go against your own.
yeah. I think with women, man, women have a superpower, and dudes do it too. You know what I'm saying? You might have a homeboy that's on some grimy stuff, and you be like, oh, but that's the homie. You doing what you got to do, type of thing. And but I think that women have kind of a superpower where they understand each other in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a woman understands what it is for another woman to feel good or to feel bad. You know what I'm saying? And they have a tendency to look out for each other in that sense. And I think that it is totally relatable. I was watching I was watching some rapper. I think it was a collection of rap. I think like Kanye and Kim was still going together at this time. It was like a collection of rappers just coming out like dogging Kim and talking bad about Kim Kardashian, and she's like just all the things that have to do with what she's doing with herself sexually. Which I think you can take that any type of way. Different people got different opinions on what that is and how that goes. But I always found it like super interesting. Like all of these are the same niggas that get their money talking about doing doing all type of terrible foul things. You know what I'm saying? Like, what aren't you sitting here telling me that for you to get to the top, you was talking about slanging dope and murdering niggas and doing all this other stuff, and that was your path. And as black people in America, specifically black men in America, we got a tendency to respect that because we know the game is not set up for you to win. So if you got to cut a corner, you got to do your thing or whatever, you do what you got to do to get on. And but at the same time, they would say, Kim, well, oh, she did X, Y, Z. But I feel like really, when you look at it, or if you break it down, she's really dealing with the same shit that you dealing with, which is she trying to get on. And in her process of getting on, she put her folks on, she put her family on. And I'm not saying that what she's doing along the way is right or wrong. I'm just saying, like, the breakdown of, okay, I'm doing this and you doing that. I'm doing it the right way and you doing it the wrong way. But really, we trying to, like, of people trying to do the same shit. So those are all people working in the entertainment industry together. And one of them is Snoop. So this is where I thought it was super, like, fascinating to me, because one of them is Snoop, and I love Snoop. I grew up in LA. Snoop is one of my favorite rappers of all time. But Snoop was out, talking and saying a bunch of stuff about Kim, right? And then I seen it like a month or two ago. He was in an ad for Skims for Kim Kardashian clothing line. You feel what I'm saying? So it was interesting to me, the circle of, oh, that's how you get your money. I don't like that. But come the full circle around, I'm a cash that check though from you, even though I don't like how you doing that. You feel what I'm saying? And then on her side, at the same time, I just saw she's back doing business with the Balenciaga brand. That was with all that child pedophile stuff that they was doing or whatever. And that's another, and that was like, you know, that was crazy to me that they even still in business. But it's was interesting to me is how that carried on the stick. That same thing that you was talking about with the dogs and the chicken. That everybody is so focused on that chicken that they don't see that it's so many people, that the people online with you is doing the same thing that you doing. You know what I'm saying? To try to get it or to try to get to it. You feel me? Or no? Can you hear me?
Yeah. It's amazing how it doesn't matter how tapped in you are. Like, it took me a very long time to accept the fact that I was being manipulated, and I was being sentenced and punished for trying to be different. What they really don't want you to do is discover your God given talent and your God given gift. Because if you step outside of that programming
Yeah.
that they've illustrated for us, that makes you a threat. It puts you in a position to come out of a system designed to keep them in control and in power, while everyone else kills themselves off. Really, they just want to kill us off
Yeah.
without us knowing that they're killing us off.
So I got a
So
question for you,
the
bro.
whole
And
time
I'm
we
curious about it. Like, if you're out, so because, man, I feel like the things that what you touching on right now is some real shit. And I'm glad that you are speaking on it and using your platform to speak on it. And when you get out, because this is the way that I try to consider it. when you get outside of the program, because we still in it, you know what I'm saying? Because we all are in the capitalist system, we all trying to get more bread, and it's steps that we take to be like, damn, I didn't realize, and now I know a little bit more. But when you feel like you're all the way outside of the program, what do you feel like that looks like? Or can you even envision it because of how thick it is, because of how many levels and layers it is too?
I think you really gotta have a relationship with God for real, for real. I don't know. I don't know if I would be anywhere or be as far as I am without have building that relationship with him, even if it's not as strong as it should be. The things that I was shown and exposed to is what got me here right now. Like this, despite whether or not anyone believes the word that I'm saying or believes the word that you're saying, the fact of the matter is this is not a joke. But it comes off so casual and nonchalant to the point to where you just kind of just brush it off because it's given to you in doses. The only difference now is in 2024, it's way more bolder than it was before. And honestly, it's really up to you at the end of the day. Like one of the main reasons why I like to have these type of conversations is because every time you look on the internet, I know for me personally, every time I look on the internet, it's celebrity gossip. It's either celebrity gossip that I don't care about. I don't care who Tyrese's wife slept with. I don't care about Kim Kardashian breaking a fingernail. I don't care
Yeah,
about none of that stuff. But people flock to them like flies, man. They be arguing in the comment section. They be defending them like their life depend on it. Cardi B fans, man, they don't see no wrong in her. They
yeah,
will
man.
defend her to the very end.
Yeah, man. I think that it's real crazy. I agree with you 100% about your relationship with God. I'm big on that. And I, I, I think about that because, things that, you talk about like climbing outside of this idea of fog. It's like, damn, every time I get to a new level, every time I learn something new that I didn't necessarily agree with at one point or whatever, or every time I get to a new point, I'm like, damn, I really thought that I was right as rain uh, a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? And so I think about it sometimes, and I'm curious about what other people think. Like, do you ever get to the point where you can envision being completely outside of it? I'm on a so I'm on the board of a nonprofit organization called the Greenprint, that's focused on sustainability, and the ultimate goal of this. We do like we have an education program. We have online classes that we do, and we have a video game that we're developing that you can play a beta. After we do this, I'll send you the link. And you can play like this beta, and it's all about like designing communities. But being a part of this organization, I get to be in a lot of conversations that are talking about world building and imagining, okay, if we remove this stuff, because one of the big things that the founder talks about a lot is about how, capitalism and money is like, chasing money is what fucks a lot of people up, you know, and, and it's hard to even think like, damn, okay, so what do we do if we take money out the equation? What is it even? For me, I'd be like,